Hello, everybody. I am the Jester. So, I am going to talk to you about this space-time dimensional war, or, at least a little bit of it, so you understand what is going on. Okay, so wrote things down. So I know all this might sound complicated. Space-time dimensional war, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So I'm gonna start everything off as small as I can. Oh, so I have created on social media what I call like a dimensional space, and in this dimensional space the social media will connect all the characters. Like right now everything's geared toward Raphael Teriel, and yes, that is one of the protagonists in this upcoming novel, and he'll be the first one that I focus on. The first 3 novels. And there will be, but I will eventually connect all the characters within this social media dimensional space so that you can understand the reality of the situation. Okay, and each character is a reflection of my essence, which is Mercury, in all the dimensions that in which there are these 3 main dimensions that also branch out into other things, but we're just going off of main timelines here. And like I said, my essence is Mercury, the messenger and the trickster. And so none of these novels will per se have my character, the Jester, in it, but there will come a time when that character is introduced. Mostly because that might be a little bit confusing for some, so I need to focus on the other ones because it's outside the box. Okay, and then, I'm the Jester's the 4th version, the 4th protagonist, the one doing the strings, pulling them where it needs to be, and right now on this timeline everything's good, and keeping an eye on it. If for some reason something goes wrong, then yeah, some negative things are gonna happen, but eventually you won't remember it because it'll just all start all over until everything is right. Because I see outside the box. I hope that doesn't sound too complicated. Okay, I do want you to know that the war is over and that we've already won. You just haven't realized it yet because of your limitations. And it's not like I don't know things. I mean, how do you think, Raphael Teriel is able to do the things that he does? Maybe I set that whole situation up. How did he know about the pestilence? that poem before the virus came out? How did he know the main characters involved in World War III? China, Russia, and Iran. Before anybody else even had a clue. And he was talking about that back in 2004. How did he know the election was stolen? How did he know about the natural disasters? Well, that journey will begin about 300 years ago. The first two are just to kind of set things up, and then the third novel will jump into the present day. And yeah, things might go back and forth like that because, like I said, time and dimensions and this series is not a straight line. You might have to put the puzzle pieces together. It's kind of tricky, and you might also see different versions of characters in different dimensions that may have nothing to do with your reality, but nonetheless it's a part of the whole entirety of trying to connect these dimensions to wake these people up so that you'll all get outside that box someday. The place that you're trapped. And then if you think about it, maybe you're not really trapped. Maybe you're here for a reason. And you just need that little push to get to the outside. And there is a reason for this place. And it may not be the negative reason that you perceive it to be. The one element that y'all are missing about this whole thing is that you pay too much attention to the outside world, when it's the inside world that you should be focusing on. There's nothing you can really do about the outside, but there's something you can do about the inside. It's all about reflections. And the way how you reflect your inner world will manifest the outer world. And if I have to demonstrate that in order for things to progress, then maybe that's my purpose. To provide a path, an exit. But in this reality, what you need to know is that you are a creator. You should not be too focused on letting all this outside negativity affect you, because that's the trap of fear. And once you're in the state of fear, you cannot grow. You need to create what you desire for good, not for purposes of evil. And let's see here if there's anything I may have missed. Blah, blah, blah. I think I covered that. Blah, blah, blah. I think I covered that. So far I have forecasted that the novels will start to begin to come out in the spring or summer of 2024. I hope to see you there, as I will post the first 10 chapters on YouTube. I'll try and do like a chapter a day to promote it. I'll try to do that with every book. I'm trying to make, because this information needs to be known, I'm trying to make everything as cheap and easily accessible as possible, but also decoded it in a way to where people who are not awakened and are perceived as evil may not completely understand everything that's going on. Because if they knew, then I'd have to completely, totally redesign everything so that they didn't know. Because y'all are headed on a certain path, and this is a very, very important time. And I'm just here to ensure that that timeline comes to its successful outcome. Yeah. Weird, but true. And even though it may seem like fiction, there are many truths hidden in fiction. Or is it fiction? I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of that as I mix reality with fiction. But I hope to see you in the journey, in the soul journey of Teriel and Raphael Teriel, and you'll understand the difference between the two in the first novel. Or is there a difference? I don't know. We'll just have to see. So I'll see you in due time. Peace out. And this has been a Jesterly production.